your weekly view of young leaders taking big steps. This is Next Gen. Presented by PFI, home of Boo Daddy.
So today we're here at the Dickerson Park Zoo to meet a young zookeeper and student at the Missouri State University's Darr College of Agriculture. We hear that she's in charge of animals both large and small. Let's go.
So my love for animals, especially giraffes, started when I was little, 3-4 years old. I grew up coming to the Dickerson Park Zoo, and when I saw all the animals that were here, the workers that worked with them and loved them so passionately, I just knew that that is what I wanted to do when I grow up.
Let's talk about when you started actually working here and the schooling that all took place.
Absolutely. So I started as a student at Ozarks Technical Community College, and while I was there, I actually got a job part-time here at the zoo in the educational department. After that, I applied for a full-time job in the educational department right as I was starting school at Missouri State University's Darr College of Agriculture. I started full-time there, and so I only had to I went to school part-time, and I've worked here full-time and been at school part-time ever since.
So beyond those classes at the university, you do a lot of hands-on training, you know, every day here to work your way up to be, you know, one of the head giraffe trainers.
Yes.
So take me through that process.
Okay. When I first started working here, obviously giraffes were my favorite animal here, and they needed someone to work with them hands-on. So I volunteered. But besides just volunteering to do this, I actually went to a course at Cheyenne Mountain Zoo for a week, just learning about giraffes, their anatomy, how they work, their personalities, their behavior, so that I would be able to take care of them better. And so I work with one other keeper, Matt Corey, and we both work with these giraffes in every aspect of their care. So I work anything breeding-wise, we are in charge of that. We're in charge of their health, their maintenance. And so it's been a really great opportunity. It takes a lot of work, a lot of patience, but it's very rewarding.
So all Southwest Missourians are fond of their giraffes. So take me through the program here at the Dickerson Park Zoo.
Sure. So our program here incorporates training and breeding. A lot of Missourians will remember last May the birth of our newest member of the group, Azizi, and he has been a wonderful addition to this zoo. And it was through a lot of the training that we were actually able to tell that his mom, Millie, was pregnant, through a lot of training through blood work and just being able to have her stand, us being able to touch her, stuff like that. That was helpful for us because that was her first calf, and it was a successful birth, and she was a great mom, still is a great mom. So without the training program, it would be a lot harder for us to be able to tell when our giraffes are pregnant and monitor their health. So the program has helped a lot in that way.
So give us an example of one of those commands and those training elements that you use daily and to keep them safe, but you also to utilize, you know, when you're working with them.
So one of our most basic commands that's really important for us is Millie is very, very good at backing up. The command is back. It also incorporates a hand signal, so it's just me pointing at her, telling her to step back. So that is really helpful when we are doing any kind of footwork and we're going to be down close to her feet. That's kind of a more dangerous area, so we're trying to keep ourselves safe, keep her comfortable. So she's able to back up, we're able to do what we need to do, and then she comes back forward. That's also helpful if we just need to move her out of the way. So that's a really basic command, but it's very important to our health and well-being as well as hers.
So you don't just work with a giraffe, I understand
Right.
some other animals are in your daily care.
Yes. So giraffes, as much as I love them, I can't spend all my time with them. But I, on a daily basis, work with a lot of different animals. So my actual title is Swing Keeper, which means I basically go from one area to the next, depending on the day, depending on the workload of everyone there. So I work with a lot of different animals, such as our sloths in our South America section of the zoo. Our two-toed sloths, we have 2 of them, and we have Trixie and we have Janice, and they're very good buddies. Trixie is 2 years old, Janice is 26, and they have a diet of a variety of different veggies and fruits. They actually eat better than I do, but they mostly eat vegetables. So we feed them a lot of squash, we feed them beets, lettuce, kale. We give them a variety of different vegetables. And then a couple times a week, we'll throw in some grapes because that's Trixie's favorite. And I also work with our our North American river otters in our Missouri habitat part of the zoo. So these guys can handle any type of weather. Like, of all the animals that live here, they handle weather the best because they're always in the water. So if it's hot, they get to stay in the water. If it's cold and icy, they like to slip on the pond.
So the freezing temperatures don't
bother them at all.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're built to live in whatever conditions. That we give them access inside, but if it is up to them, they want to be outside and playing.
There they are.
Like, please feed us. So this one right here is Congo. The difference between Congo and Champ, Champ knows she's cute and she just likes to pose. She's a little bit darker than he is, and her neck is also a little bit wider.
Okay.
Kyra is always in the back. She's 16 years old. She's got some cataracts forming, so she's our oldest of the group, and she lets the younger ones get up and get all the attention first. And if there's extras,
like them there, done that.
Yep. She doesn't want to get in on that. So she's always in the back, but they all get along really well. So this is Smelts. And this is just like, it's like a ground beef basically, but it has different nutrients. We have different nutrients for different animals. Yeah, but this is fish. And then twice a week they get live fish, which is basically their favorite thing. They love it.
They get to chase it around.
Yeah, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna take a meatball and you're gonna toss it over the top. And it's gonna be awesome.
So Lauren, we can see your passion and love for all these animals here at the zoo. So what's next for you?
So I love this zoo. I'm about to graduate from Missouri State University. I'll be graduating in May. And I plan on staying here. I mean, I love the opportunity that I have here. I have a passion for all the animals that are here. I love Springfield. I grew up in Springfield, and this is where I want to stay. I love the diversity in this zoo. I get to work with a lot of different animals that I wouldn't necessarily get to work at a bigger zoo. And I just love the opportunity to work with animals just like giraffes, that I get to have an impact on their health and well-being here. I really think this is where I want to stay.